my name is Nina Clutton and I am Head of Curriculum.
My name is Rob Chambers. I am CTL course team lead of our level 3 computing and IT courses.
My name is Robert Tatham and my job title is Program Manager and Information Technology Lecturer at North Arts College. The courses we offer at North Arts College that deliver a gaming education is we're going to be running an eSport provision in September for a level 3 course. We also are we have in our current provision, we have a gaming units which cover games development, planning and design. We also have elements of gaming in our VR and AR and also some of our project management units.
Employers are the key stakeholders for us with regards to our curriculum and how we develop it. And the main reason for this is that we try to build our curriculum around the needs of the employers and the needs of the sector. And that has to be the emerging needs of the sector, so not just the skills that they need now, especially within digital and technology. It has to be the skills that the workforce are going to need up to the next 10 to 15 years. So that's why working with employers really is so important for us.
The demand in education for the last couple of years has increased. More and more students coming from schools have been asking how gaming can be incorporated into the current sector, like our programming units. We've also seen a bigger impact in the industry. The eSport provision in the world is getting much larger, and university courses are now running eSports courses as well, so that they're being looked for more in the higher education areas. And obviously the actual jobs that students are interested in are actually in gaming as well. So because of that, there's a lot of sectors from the industry, from the students and industry, have been asking to incorporate gaming into our current units.
Okay, the T levels include some in-class teaching, which is sort of similar to what happens already, but they also involve applied projects and industry placements. Now the industry placement will be an employer will take a student for a certain time. They will go and work with them within their employment sector, but the employer set project is a project that's set from an employer point of view, and the student will work on that partly within the classroom, partly within their industry placement. Those, depending on the employer, it could be more towards the creative gaming industry, or it might not be, depending on who the employer is.
The gaming in our courses is delivered primarily around our gaming, our programming and our project management around units. Because we do a lot of programming in general, so a lot of students come into the course interested in actually making their own games. So we're focusing on how programming could be used to make games. But also with the project management units, we get them to choose a project they like to do. And so in some cases, a lot of students choose creating a game as their project. That then incorporates other areas of our units. So for example, the animation and design, they can incorporate that into the games that they're creating. For our units that deal into laws, we look into the impact of how these industries and dealing with different sectors impact laws around them.
We engage with employers at every stage of our curriculum development journey. So that means that we have our employer advisory forum, which is where we work with some leading sort of employers within the technology field to help us to shape the curriculum that we deliver. Not just around the qualifications, this can often be around the other skills that employers need our students to have. So fundamentally, what skills do they need them to have in order to be ready for the workplace when they finish their study with us? So yeah, shaping our curriculum from a curriculum planning and design perspective. Then there's also the opportunity for employers to come in and engage with our students directly. So that can be via masterclasses, via specialist workshops, skills workshops, or it can be employers coming in to talk about the business, the workforce needs that they will have, employability skills that they have now and in the future. So they can use it as a kind of opportunity for recruitment opportunities to take place. And then the other opportunity is regarding industry placement. So that can be work experience placements that go from anywhere to from 30 hours up to 45 days if it was a T-level industry placement for us at level 3 digital.
Yeah, we have lots of employee engagement activity through the years. We do have plenty of employers come to visit us. They will speak to our students. What kind of things are they looking for? Across several sectors, across many different areas. There are. We have something we drill our students with, which we call the top 10 skills. This is made with partnership with the employers. We've asked them what kind of things are you looking for in a student, what would you like a graduate to have, and those are the kind of, so we steer it that way, thinking this is what employers want, this is what universities also they're involved there too. What do they want, and how can we help our students achieve those or build those skills so they can move within to the employment sectors of their choice.
I think engaging with employers really is that centrepiece to all the work we try to do in order to get them ready for the sector that they want to have a career in. And we can often go on and speak about the skills that we believe they need to have and why we choose for them to do the things that we choose for them to do and in the order that we choose for them to do them in. None of that makes sense at all to them in the same way as it does when an employer who works for a big company like Computer Centre or some of the other stakeholders that we work with, they come in and tell them directly, look, these are the skills we want you to have. If you apply for a role with us with these skills, we'll snap you up. We're really focusing on the softer skills, the employability skills. We want you to be a good team player. We want you to have good communication skills. Those are the things that we really value and we look for in our potential new talent. So an employer coming to speak to students and working with students directly really helps them to understand that everything that we're trying to help them achieve within their lessons has come from the employers directly, and so it all kind of starts to fall into place for the students, and that's an experience you can't replicate in the classroom often. So hearing it directly from employers really is the sort of the cherry on the cake. Often when students come to us, they're not necessarily aware of all the employment opportunities that exist. They haven't had that focused time to think about their careers. They're 16, they know the sector potentially they want to work in. They don't necessarily know the kind of job roles that they might be interested in following because they haven't had an opportunity to try a lot of the skills that they learn and develop with us on our programs. So exposing them to as many opportunities, different fields, different options, different specialisms, different types of skills and skills development that they could pursue really gives them an opportunity to raise their aspirations, to have that motivation to achieve the skills and to get the best grades that they can get. So yeah, being aware of the possibilities and the fact that there isn't any, and that if they work hard and do the things that we ask them to do, then they can achieve all of their career goals. It is really what our jobs are about.
Well, the particular course that much more focused on this sector is our esports provision, because that focuses a lot on not only the sector itself but also getting into esports, but also esports management. So not only is it about getting into game design, but also being able to impact one of the bigger growing industries, which is competitive gaming and the management in things around it. But also with that we incorporate the soft skills they would need to be able to go in other industries if they wish to, but also the hard skills that they would need if they want to get into more of the development side as well.
So LinkedIn, phenomenal success stories on LinkedIn. Throughout the years, I used to work in the creative arts, so the Centre for Arts for North Hertfordshire College, and many of our students now are working within animation, design, interactive media. You know, they're really successful practitioners working in the industry. And when they reach out to you and say, thank you so much, I'm a software engineer now, I'm a software designer, I've got my dream job, I've been really successful, I'm a junior developer, and they reach out to you and say how successful they've been and how much they've enjoying their career and their further study, usually at university, then that's when it all becomes worthwhile, and that's why I became a teacher in the first place.